down and 7.
Just don't give a war chant.
23-17, Stanford. Only 4:36 to play in the ball game. 3rd and 7. Fumble, incomplete. Oh, they call it a fumble. They rule it a completed pass. Somebody just threw a beer can, and I was watching it come down. It hit a man right on top of the head. I'm sure it must have cut him. Some idiot, I should say, in the stands, hurled a full beer can at least 50 feet in the air, and it came plummeting out of the skies and struck a gentleman right on top of his head, and he is hurt.
On that play, I believe they ruled it a lateral. Davis did not have possession. Here he is losing it, and Poldel, number 36, recovering for Stanford on the Trojan 15-yard line.
That may be the Trojans' last opportunity. 4:33 to play. The ball in the backfield given to Inge. He turns the corner, and he's bumped out of bounds at around the 9-yard line. Inge tackled by Danny Reese. A couple of youngsters that will face each other many times because Inge, number 9, is a freshman and Reese a sophomore.
Here's a second look at Ron Inge from St. Mary's High of Stockton. He ran 76 yards to a touchdown in the North-South game. As you see, he's got speed and nifty moves. Reese making the stop.
4:27 to play, and Stanford just that far away from a stunning upset and a game that they have richly deserved to win. It's been hard fought by two outstanding teams. All right, the ball is given up the middle of Laidlaw, and Laidlaw gets very little as Charlie Anthony, number 55, grabs him. The man who got hit on top of the head with that beer can is bleeding, but he's a good football fan. He's not leaving. As soon as the flag went down and they ruled that there had been a recovered fumble, it must have been an irate fan who threw his beer can high into the air. And boy, when it comes down with great velocity. 3:50 left to play. 3rd and 2. Oh, nice tackle defensively. Laidlaw was upended. He did not get the first down as a nose guard. 72. Monty Doris stopped him, and here he comes for his 4th field goal try of the game, and he can put the ball game virtually out of reach. Rod Garcia. However, remember the Trojans scored 9 points in 2 seconds at Cal last week.
And don't forget, they could rush Mr. Garcia. Everybody in the Trojan team is going to be trying to block it.
All right, waiting for it to go up. It'll be a 25-yarder. It's up, and it is good. Rod Garcia lets the Stanford Cardinal fans roar with excitement with his 4th field goal of the day, and the scoreboard reads Stanford 26, SC 17. Take a look at it, Dwayne.
Here's Garcia, and notice how he'll arch the ball high so that no Trojan can jump up on it. He kicks the ball high. He's unusual for our soccer styler.
Everybody that's got to get it, and you ought to include in the package a golden shoe. 25, 42, 52, and 59-yard field goals. Here we go. Garcia's rolling kickoff. It's taken at the 18-yard line by number 47, and he runs that ball back. The 47 is Roberson, and Roberson finally gets it all the way back to midfield. Nice play. Brought down by 29, Blanchard. Watch this run. Pretty good run by Ted Roberson.
Roberson doing a good job here as he moves upfield behind Manny Moore. And Garcia didn't try too hard to make that tackle, did he?
29-yard return. The Trojans trailing it by 9.
And 3:03 remaining, Chick. That's right. Time enough.
Field goal plus an onside kick could set up a lot of electricity, couldn't it? Let's see what happens. Hayden's got a lot of time. Throwing long, intended for Swan. He's bumped. Flag!
No question about it. Number 22, Caffin bumped him.
Well, I'm sure he did it accidentally, even though it has to be called, because nobody in their right mind would bump anybody in this situation.
Here's a second look at Hayden's throw. And now let's watch as the ball comes down. There's where Caffin bumped him. The official right there to throw the flag.
A very easy play for the official to call. 2:57 to play. The clock is stopped. The ball is spotted at the 12-yard line. Will the electricity ever go off? Who said there's an energy crisis?
42-yard penalty against the Cards.
And one of the Stanford rooters just hollered, the deck is stacked. 1st and 10.
Maybe the Trojans have an ace in the hole here.
Oh, I surrender. McNeil. A beautiful trip tackle by Podol, and a great job of handstanding for about 5 yards by Rod McNeil. Randy Podol, 36. He'll trip him up, and then watch McNeil.
Here's the play. Podol rolling off the block by Bill Bain, and there's McNeil getting extra yardage.
Davis comes in. Anthony with the ball at the 10. 2nd down, 8.5. Score 26-17, 2:20 left to play in the game. Hayden for no, it's for Swan, overthrown. Swan and McKay ran similar patterns that time, both flushing out into the corner. Jim Caffin, who was called for the interference a minute ago, did a good job of coverage. Caffin, remember, has had 2 interceptions today. Swan coming back. Swan just 6 receptions away from breaking the record.
They call it flooding the zone. They had their 2 best receivers in the same area of the field, but Hayden simply couldn't make connections.
Let me correct it. Swan has caught 87 passes. He's only 4 away from tying Rod Sherman, 5 from breaking it. 2:15 to play. Rod McNeil is in a tailback. 3rd down, 8.5. He's going to run it. Good block by McNeil. Touchdown, Hayden. You've been talking all day about the fantastic running of Rod McNeil. He threw the key block in that play.
Blocking for Pat Hayden's 10-yard touchdown run.
Limahelu now. 26-23, 26-24. Limahelu puts it through. A 2-point ball game with 2:10 to play. And you're right, nobody's going home.
Unbelievable how these Trojans keep coming back. It looks like they're dead. They keep coming back. And, of course, with 2:10 to go, they still have a shot at it.
And I think equally unbelievable is the way Stanford has withstood the pressure of this giant, roaring crowd down there on the floor of the Coliseum. It's been a magnificent ball game. Both teams have played expertly under 2 great coaching staffs headed by McKay and Christensen. Truly one of the best collegiate games of the year to observe.
It was in 1970 here where the Trojans defeated Stanford by a score of 26-24 with a field goal in the last play of the game.
With only 2:10 to play, do you try an onside kick here?
Of course, Stanford's ability to run the ball may be a factor here.
Or their inability.
Their inability, that's right. The Trojans may bomb it down there to over the goal line and hope the defense can hold them for 3.
This is a tough call, I would think, for McKay right here. Do you kick it short and gamble that you can recover? Or do you kick it to them, and with only 2:10 left, if they can make 1 first down, they can run off an awful lot of that clock?
There's a lot of strategy being discussed by the coach right there on our camera.
I don't blame him. That's why they make $100,000 a year. Here we go. It's not a hard run. He kicks it. He's kicking it down to the 10-yard line to Ray Anderson. Watch for a fumble. Watch for anything. Anderson gets it out to the 25. I'll tell you one thing. When that ball's coming out of the sky here in Los Angeles, and you've only got a 2-point lead, you got to know Anderson's wondering, can I hang on to it?
He's going to hold on with both hands here in just a minute. Takes a pretty good hit right there. I believe that's Rodriguez.
That's right. Rodriguez made it. 2:06 to play. The ball at the 25-yard line. All the Trojans want now is possession because they could win it with a three-pointer. Laidlaw and Gina in the backfield. Handoff. Laidlaw. And he got about 2 yards. They do not have the kind of running game that can carry him perhaps to a first down. The clock is stopped.
That's what Coach McKay is banking on, that his defense can stop them here, and they'll get one more shot with their offense.
All right, here we go. 2 minutes to play. 2nd down and 8. Inge is in the backfield now, the rookie or the freshman. He's got the ball. A freshman. Hurdles one man. Great run. He's got a first down, I believe. A brilliant run by only a freshman. You got to have great confidence in handing the ball to a kid that's 18 years old, and here he is just out of St. Mary's High.
Take a second look at it. Barilla handing off to Inge. He's going to get by a tackle by Dale Mitchell right there. Look at him avoid Dale Mitchell. And now he shoots upfield to get the first down, which is really vital.
I'll tell you, they're going to be something in the years to come. They've got a freshman quarterback named Mike Cordova that is sensational, 6'4", and he ripped the JVs apart here yesterday, beat SC, and of course Inge will be a regular in the backfield in the future. A first down, 1:35 to play. Laidlaw hit and dropped by Monty Doris, number 72. SC will have to call a timeout if anybody does now, you know that, and they do call it. That means SC has 1 timeout left. Stanford has 3. Stanford doesn't want any timeout. All they want to do is have 1:28 elapse into history, run for their bus. Well, they better take a shower first, then run for their bus and celebrate all the way back to Palo Alto. It's been a hard-hitting, well-coached, superbly played football game. A lot of the mistakes were caused by hard knocking. Don't forget, SC's junior varsity football team faces UCLA's JVs next Friday afternoon here in the Coliseum. Kickoff at 1:30. You'll see the stars of the future. And then SC opens the 73-74 basketball season Saturday night, December the 1st against University of Arizona. It'll be family bike night. Everyone in attendance will have an opportunity to win one of 6 10-speed bicycles to be given away. 2nd and 8 from the 31. Laidlaw, and Laidlaw gets across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. See if the Trojans stop the clock. Not yet. Still not yet. 1:18 to play. Monty Doris again makes a stop. The clock is moving with 1:14, as you can see. 26-24. SC never led in the football game. And now 1 minute. Laidlaw's carried 20 times for 75 yards. 3rd and 5. Are they going to have to punt it? We'll find out in a minute. Here's Laidlaw. Oh, he is hit hard by Monty Doris. Monty Doris has made 3 straight tackles here in the pressure cooker, number 72. Brilliant defensive play. Punt formation, and a man that has stood the Trojans on their ear all day with his booming kicks, Dave Otmar, will do the kicking.
Let's take another look at Monty Doris. Here's 79 Jeter there, and there's Doris, 72, making a big hit on Laidlaw.
43 seconds to play. The Trojans do not have any timeouts left. So they're going to have to throw to the sideline to kill the clock.
Single safety is Lynn Swan.
Safety is Lynn Swan standing at the 22. Rehuddling now are the Cardinals. Chick Hearn with Dwayne Esper, and our spotters Art Huffman and Dennis Venetian. Tad Larson has been our statistician. We sure hope you enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you.
Trojan Band is playing Conquest, hoping to inspire Swan to a mighty effort with 43 seconds to go.
They put in their long snapping center, Bergdahl. He's very good at long snaps, 57. Kicking from his 30-yard line when he strides forward. Otmar's boot. Swan's going to feel it on the fly, 23-yard line. That's it, gang tackle at the 31. Lynn Swan. Now the Trojans have no timeouts, but of course now they have to change, and the clock stops automatically.
They had a 10-man rush, so Swan had no blocking downfield. Here's a second look at Swan all alone, and about 18 Cardinals coming up to get him.
So, 30-yard line, 70 yards away. 33 seconds, 1st and 10. Hayden, Davis, Moore, and Swan. Hayden to throw. Down the middle, it's completed. Obradovich at the 45, 26 seconds, and the clock stops so they can move the chain gang. Remember, they've got a great field goal kicker of their own, Lemahelu.
Let's take a second look at Hayden passing to Obradovich, the tight end, right down the middle. There's Obradovich making the play.
24 as the clock starts. 1st down. Back to throw Hayden. There are no flags. He feeds it off to Davis, and Anthony's out of bounds. That kills the clock again with 15 seconds. Out of bounds at the 42. Lemahelu's longest kick this year is 28 yards.
He's not known for distance, but of course maybe Davis would take the shot if it's so far away.
That's a good point. Very good point. 2nd and 6. Carter comes into the ball game for the Trojans, and Davis goes out. It's nervous time at the Coliseum. 15 seconds, 2nd and 6. Hayden, long, it's complete at the 20-yard line, out of bounds.
Obradovich.
7 seconds, and they're definitely in field goal range.
They're within Lemahelu's range now as Obradovich made 2 big plays here for the Trojans.
7 seconds, 1st and 10, the ball at the 17-yard line. Here's the field goal, going to be held at the 24. It's a 34-yarder. It'll be the longest of the season if he makes it. And if he makes it, the Trojans appear to be a winner.
Rob Adolph there holding for Lemahelu.
It's down, it's up, it's good!
Well, that picture tells it all.
I don't know if they'll be able to finish the ball game. We didn't finish the one last week.
Oh, Stanford will want to get their hands on the ball once more.
Stanford is going to have to want that kickoff and have to demand it.
And they've got Ron Inns to accept it.
A heartbreaking defeat if Stanford does go down, and a all-powering victory for the Trojans if they get it.
One of the all-time great Trojan comebacks, but this series is replete with games like this.
3 seconds remain to be played. One of the most incredible finishes that you'll ever see in any football game.
A forlorn man on the 43-yard line for Stanford. Head coach Jack Christensen looking at John McKay across the field.
Lemahelu, as did Garcia, showed tremendous skill and poise under great pressure. But it was Hayden's 2 passes to Obradovich that set it all up.
He had not been going to the tight end. He had been going to Swan and McKay and the backs out of the backfield. They released Obradovich twice. He made the big catches to set it up for Lemahelu.
Bedlam, absolute bedlam here at the Coliseum.
Lemahelu's going to kick, Chick.
Well, do you think he'll try a short kick?
Yes, I do. They're going to squib it. And now there's a penalty assessed against Stanford.
Stanford gets a penalty. It's got to be unsportsmanlike conduct. That's what it is. Now the Trojans will kick off from the 45-yard line of Stanford. Wild, woolly, unbelievable.
I can't say enough about Obradovich for getting out of bounds down there after he made the catch.
He carried a man with him. Deep is Ray Anderson. And also back there is Inge. Here's Lima Helu kicking deep into the end zone. Ray Anderson, as the ball game will come to an end. 1 second. It's all over. Let's see what. The final score, SC 27, Stanford 26. Back with more right after this word.
Men, is this what you call hockey? It's the way most tabletop hockey games are played. Twisting, twirling, and spinning each man. Now look at the Phil and Tony Esposito hockey game. With men that can skate all over